am getting to the point where I feel like I can no longer shop at Goodwill with a good conscience. I've shopped at Goodwill since probably I was around 16, and at the time, it was the only thing I could afford. Like, it was a godsend at the time. Fast forward many, many, many years, and I still love thrifting, and I still go to Goodwill all the time. It's the only thrift shop that's like in a relatively near distance to me. And although it's no longer a necessity, like I can afford to shop elsewhere, I just love the thrill of the hunt when I go thrifting. If you've been thrifting for a long time, it is no secret that prices have gone up and up and up the last couple of years. But if I was the CEO of the company, even I would be like, this is embarrassing. We need to rebrand. We cannot call ourselves Goodwill. I actually haven't thrifted clothes in a super long time, and I'm going through the racks. The first thing that I find is this purple sweater. I look at the tag and it is $40, to which I actually said, what the fuck, out loud. Now, okay, benefit of the doubt, it was an Express sweater. If I bought it at Express, would it be more than $40? Probably yes. But with that said, for one, it's used. For two, it is a thrift shop. And for three, there are no fitting rooms because Goodwill got rid of them years ago. It's like, okay, whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna keep looking and see what else is here. So I go over to the dresses and I'm flipping through them. And like the standard normal price of all these dresses is around $17.49, which again, is pretty high for just any random dress off the shelf. Now, if you've been thrifting for a long time, maybe you have the same strategies I do, which is I barely even look at the rack. I just sift my hand through, and you can kind of feel when you hit something that's actually good quality and not just like polyester junk from Shein. So I feel this green dress and it's actually pretty cute, and I pull it out and I look, and I shit you not, it is $100. In my mind, I was like, this must be like Prada or Gucci or something crazy like this. I look at the tag. It wasn't something I was familiar with. I looked it up afterwards, and like the dresses online do cost a couple $100s occasionally. But here's where, like, from my perspective, I feel a moral conundrum. I'm at the point in my life where if I wanted that dress, I could afford to spend $100 on that dress. However, if I buy that dress for $100, I feel like I am just reinforcing to Goodwill that this is like an acceptable way for them to run their business, when really, in my opinion, like, they should be pricing things that are accessible to people who need them. And sure, you could say like, oh, a dress is a luxury item, like you don't need it, so like they can price it however they want. Again, when I was getting started in my career, I had to buy a whole new wardrobe, and having access to clothes that were super cheap and affordable for me at the time, that were also professional, was such an important thing to have. So long story longer, although I'm just one person and Goodwill's certainly not going to go out of business if I stop shopping there, I do think it's worthwhile to share your experiences online and maybe stop giving them free merchandise. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what the craziest tag you've seen at Goodwill is recently.